First question has a 1-minute time limit. Toni Bravo, if you are elected to a seat on the tribal council, what would your number one priority be and why?
Okay, so in tribal governance, there are a number of issues and concerns. Just to name some are the economic development and self-sufficiency. We have access to federal funding and resources, health, education, and social services, and then environmental protection and land stewardship. We also have infrastructure and housing, cultural preservation, and community engagement. And I think that a lot of these concerns overlap each other. And, with the development can improve health outcomes, and protection can boost tourism and sovereignty. The number one for me, because of the position that I hold within the community at Grand Canyon Resort Corporation, would be the economic development and self-sufficiency.
Question number 2 has a 1-minute time limit as well. Toni Bravo, what qualities do you have that make for a good tribal council member?
I think my work experience, I started out with the Bureau of Indian Affairs, was with them for 8 years within the forestry and law enforcement sectors. And then my employment with HBBE, which is Hualapai Botch Enterprises. I've been in the finance department most of those years, and I have gained a lot of experience. I think my work ethics has gotten me to where I am now as the Chief Financial Officer. I think that my experience with reading financials and how to see if the business is in a healthy standing, and I think those experiences does give me my decision to be on tribal council.
Question number 3 has a 1-minute time limit. Toni Bravo, what do you think could be done to better support the youth of the Hualapai tribe?
I think that the current programs that they have now is excellent. I do like that they have the tribal council, the youth council, and that is great. It fosters positive partnerships with the adults and becoming comfortable in developing a trust relationship regarding decisions for the tribe. And I do think that those are very important to have. And I think that we should implement, if we do not already have one, a program for diversion. And, this could reduce the substance abuse that we see in the community, or the violence that we see within the community among our youth.
Question number 4 has a 1-minute time limit. Toni Bravo, what could be improved to make the lives of elders in our community better?
I think to strengthen our elderly support is just to give them that cultural respect, give them health access and community integration, which is, to remain active, and then engage them with storytelling to the community, keep them engaged in activities. The one thing that I would like to see developed here in the community is to I'd like to see our elders stay in the community, keep elders in the communities, and, just addressing their health issues and creating integrational bonds. I know that when our elderly, become handicapped or not able to take care of themselves, they are sent to homes. And I think if we had something like that keeps them in the community, they would live a little longer, and families can visit them, and they're just stay within the community.
Question number 5, there is a 2-minute time limit on this one. Toni Bravo, what is your understanding of the current status of the Hualapai tribe water rights settlement of 2022?
Okay, so I know on January 5th of 2023, they passed into law the Hualapai Tribe's Water Rights Settlement Act. And the current standing is that those funds have not been released yet for use. And I know that we were granted a substantial amount of funds that are supposed to be kept in a trust fund to build infrastructure into our communities and for Grand Canyon West to keep our business thriving. And I think it is very important that we lobby to get those funds released so we can begin to build that infrastructure for the tribe to sustain the community in future years and for the business at Grand Canyon West.
There is a 2-minute time limit for the last question. Toni Bravo, what do you know about the Hualapai Tribe's master plan, and how do you feel about the progress so far?
My understanding of the master plan intent, it is just goals, written goals and objectives, and policies created to reach these goals. And from what I understand, what are the goals is the land use element, housing element, economic development, infrastructure, ranching, transportation, environmental issues, and strategic planning. Now, I'm not really familiar about how far they are with the master plan. I do know that there is a committee, but I do think that with the committee, their focus is what I just had outlined. And I don't think that it is moving as fast as it should. And I don't know if with the change in power, if those goals change along with power. So, that would be something I'd like to look at just to see when it was developed and are we still on the path of reaching what is outlined in the master plan.
Thank you, Toni Bravo.